What's going on, everyone? I'm going to do a little bit of a response to a few more comments on this last video I did on Freemasons and secret societies and secret knowledge and hidden agendas and the response that the world has in general. And we'll even get a little farther into the planes of existence. Where are we here? And specifically, I'll just read this one part to you and try to focus on that, and then we'll move from there. Um, Only we can stop this cancer. Well, okay, how do you stop cancer? If you know anything about health, you know to stop feeding it. You don't feed cancer. So it's not a war. You don't have a war on cancer. You don't have a war with things. No, it says only the people, no magic, just hard work. Okay, that's just not right. Zionists literally use psychological tactics as well as magic, and the suggestion of a lot of these people is that within these secret societies they're using sorcery and magic. So if that's what they're using, wouldn't that be the way to combat it? If there is a combat to be done, would it be from the magical realms? Because certainly if we talk about the magical realms, we're talking about the mind, the meta realms. If we agree that the world comes out of the mind and everything is consciousness creates matter and not the other way around, then no, hard work doesn't do anything. If hard work would have worked, wouldn't we already be back in paradise? Wouldn't this be a great place? It's because no one knows about the magic that was used against us. Just recently has that been really unveiled, that there is magical realms and there is magic that takes place from higher capacities. And those higher things are what, the higher energies are what dictate the lower energies. And we'll get on to a couple other things. Somebody comments, but then says they only listen to 4 minutes. Well, how can you take a passage out of a chapter and then out of my entire collection of work suggest that because of just the way I started off what I was saying, how could that even contain the whole of it? Meaning that someone said, I give an impression with all the nihilism stuff, and what nihilism stuff? I'm not a nihilist. I've maybe made one video on something to do with this subject and given ideas of the zero source or a 0 point energy field. And if you want to call that nihilism, so be it. But I've always geared towards saying, focus on the powerful, euphoric, magical, synchronistic, beautiful parts of life, and the universe will keep giving them to you, and told you and explained from many ways how the mind dictates that. So in all of this, it is just a reflection of the immediacy of response that people have. We have to fight this war. We've got to get rid of the cancer. It's them, it's them, it's them. If these people were, and I'll say this again, I've said this before, if these people, whoever they are they just archons? Are they sitting underneath? Well, then there's nothing you can do about it if they're underneath the world. Then dig down there. Go get a shovel and dig down and beat them all up. I don't understand what this war is that people think they're going to fight. It's said like this: the best way to get rid of cancer, just the same way as it is companies, rather than staging some sort of like calling them your enemy and going out and saying, hey, this is horrible, you just boycott them, you just don't do business with them. You don't feed them. That's the solution. So if there's a problem with GMOs, don't buy them. If there's a problem with killing animals, well, then don't be part of that. If there's a problem with whatever it is, then don't associate yourself with that. Don't influence it by giving it power, whatever it might be. You're gonna go like these people that stage sit-ins against things. What is that? What good is that ever caused? Nothing. You know what happens if you stop? You know that it's what is the old Chinese story about? You have two wolves that you're feeding. The good one and the bad one, and which one stays alive? Well, the one that you feed, right? So, and all of this is just more of the, um, a couple of the comments, just the idea that there's something that needs to be done, and that it has to take place in this physical realm. And what did it say? If you want to change something, you don't change it from the level of thinking that caused it. Meaning, if the level of the problem is on this realm, meaning a low level realm, then the only way to fix that is from a higher realm. If you want to fix your body, you don't do it by working out. You do it by thinking you're going to go do something about it and then following that. It's not even but it starts in the mind. It's not even an actionable thing on this higher level. If you get into the other realms, if you get out of body, you correct things here. If you correct things from your mind, you correct things in your body. It's the most. It's what they talk about when they say there are the two types of. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. So there's like the placebo and the nocebo effect, and they've shown quite often that it doesn't matter what the pill is given, that the person's belief system says something, that it changes their environment, and that's what magic is, and that's what this is all about. If there are some, and there are powerful sorcerers, and we'll call them Zionists if that's what you'd like to call them, or we'll call them the Jewish Cabal, we'll call them whatever you like. Now, if they're using it from say a black magical sorcerer realm, and they're doing something to dominate and bring the planet down, well, they're doing it from a magical realm, and you have to do the same in those magical realms to bring energy up. Wouldn't it seem so? Would it not seem that way? What are we going to do? If there's 100 of us that know the knowledge, if we know how bad the place is, and there's a billion people that don't, what are we going to go knock on all their doors and sell them that the world's run by a bunch of elite Zionists that are using magic against us? Wouldn't it seem more the right path to use magic to balance out and harmonize the planet? So I don't understand how people continually think that I don't suggest anything for anybody to do anything from a physical, violent, nihilistic standpoint. I expect people to, fast, get out of body, dream, use magic, cleanse their own body, do healthy things for themselves, do healthy things for their local environment, and to find how to get out of body and use magic. That's it. So I don't. So when people don't listen to the entirety of the talk, because what happens, this is what occurs, and I've made videos on this specific thing, that people are just waiting for someone to say something so they can key on that one thing, and they throw the baby out with the bathwater. That whole idea. Well, there's one thing that person said that I don't agree with. They must be like that, and it doesn't even matter that if they discount the person, it's that they discounted the entirety of the message, of the understanding of the wisdom that even, like, once again, Manly P. Hall, was he a Freemason? Okay, sure. Did he say so? Was he, or did they claim that afterwards? Can we find? Okay, this was years ago that I've got into all of the study of Freemasonry on this, but I've bypassed that into a higher state of magic and understanding what other systems are, higher control systems, and so. Getting into this, like, is Manly P. Hall a Freemason? Okay. Is the information? Erase the person's name. Erase that he's a Mason. Erase all of that. Look at all of the information. What percentage of it has any value? I would say quite a bit. And just as much as you can find nutrition in a turd, you can find something that's shiny, that's got a little shit in it. There's a scratch in the diamond. So what? It's still reflecting plenty of light. And who cares what the source of it is? You could find somebody that talks the dumbest shit and they say one thing. You're like, well, I'll take that one thing he said. So, I guess that's about the only thing. That's about the response I have for this. And again, I'm not out here arguing with people. I don't have any. Like, this is just energy that I have to offer people and grant it to them. It's not. I don't think I find responses that are not fully cooked just slightly irritating. Just like, well, why comment? Why not take the whole thing? Why, you know, why do that? What does it accomplish? But that's what the world does as a whole, and that's kind of what I'm trying to say here is there's too many people that do that. So if people are doing that, they're doing it out of response to some problem, reaction, solution. I did this a few videos ago. It's the whole thing's already put together. So the fact that only a small number of us know this, how do we influence that? If your influence over the magical realm is to actually do something in the physical world and you can help out that way, so be it. So go do it. If we can lead a million man march, I don't know what that did. I don't know. You know, like if we can lead people to who, I don't know what it is, other than to say, cleanse yourself, cleanse your body, make sure your local environment, the space from your head to your toes, is cleanly and able to be, you can work from, and then start figuring out, hey, maybe the mental realm is all there is. And if that's where you start, well, if you came from the mental realm, maybe that's where you can fix things from. If you came from the spiritual realm, maybe that's where you fix things from, the spiritual realm. If you came from the physical realm and you think you're going to fix things from the physical realm, good luck with that. It hasn't worked so far, has it? How many thousands of years have they been using this against us, apparently? And if it's them as human beings, well then, what everyone's saying is it's them as a archonic force of energy. Well, if they are using something against us, they're doing it from the spiritual realm. So why wouldn't you go there and fix that? So, hope you guys enjoyed that. We'll talk soon. Cheers. Oh, there we go.